YouTube! What the crap's going on? Welcome. Welcome to the streams. The Ogre Kingdoms cometh. Think so, Mr. Iron Gut? I'm pretty sure they will too. Jeffrey, thanks for being here. Random Stuff, thanks for being here. Warner, we should summon the Elector Pigeons. We should summon them. Welcome, Ryan. Daniel, Diogo, Toaster Oven. Are you cooking us something good, Toaster Oven? Hopefully, you know, like some pizza rolls or little mini tacos or something. Happy Tuesday indeed. Happy Tuesday. What's going on, Nate? Thanks for being here. Bishop. Everything's good, Diogo. Thank you for asking. Things are good. We'll chat it up here for a minute, let a few people join, and then we will get things started shortly. I don't know what kind of battles we're going to do tonight. What kind of battles? I think I said that you all could pick, so we'll figure it out as we go, okay? We will figure it out as we go. Cooking up some pizza rolls. That sounds good. Jolin? What's up? Thanks for joining. Siege battles, man flesh flavored, fodder infantry only. Stuff you all come up with. Oh, goodness. Snacking on some apricots. Yeah, apricots are pretty good. Calvin thinks Sub-Commander's fun. Sub-Commander's is a good one. It is a fun one. You know, funny story, folks. I'll get this started because I always end up talking about computer hardware one way or the other. But while we're waiting on a few more people to join, just quick, interesting thing. I've used NVIDIA graphics cards for the last, like in my main gaming build. I did have a second computer where I had an AMD graphics card. In my main build that's powered the channel, I've used an NVIDIA graphics card for probably like 5 years straight. Maybe, no, probably closer to like 6 or 7 years straight. Yeah, at least. And one of the things that they always advertise is like, well, NVIDIA is better for streamers. Have you all noticed any difference in my streaming or my videos since I've switched graphics cards? I sure haven't. They say, well, NVIDIA has the RTX voice. It's pretty cool, actually. But, like, I haven't been using RTX voice. I think RTX voice would be the most useful for a streamer if you live in an area that's, like, really loud outside where you're streaming. So, like, in a city where there's maybe a bunch of jackhammers or sirens or other stuff like that. But I live in a single-family home in a neighborhood where that's not common. And so, yeah, the RTX voice just isn't all that helpful. And a lot of people say, oh, don't get an AMD card if you're wanting to stream or encode video. See, here's the other thing, too. Granted, my processor is quite good. It's an 8-core, 16-thread. But 8 cores and 16 threads is fairly attainable by today's standards. I'm not using my graphics card to encode because, indeed, NVIDIA does encode video better than AMD. Though AMD's isn't terrible, it's not as good. I always encode on my processor anyway because it looks better. Like, the processor encoding looks better than NVIDIA. And the graphics card is heavily used by the game, whereas my CPU is never fully used by a game, almost always. So it's like I just encode with the with the CPU. Anyway, it's kind of weird. Like, people talk about like how that's a real, like, I even hear reviewers say like, oh, it's better for streamers, and I get why they do because NVIDIA has like a suite of tools. But honestly, like, the more I use different computer parts, the more I come to the conclusion that most of them are fine. Like, I think we get too nitpicky about stuff. Most of them are fine. Anyway, let's play some battles. I can't even notice the difference between a tomato and a tomato. World of Tanks Hammer. I've never noticed. Yeah, I mean, there's not going to be hardly any bit of a difference. You feel like Total War Troy? We could play multiplayer on Troy. Does anybody here in the chat have Troy where you could actually join me? Godzilla versus Kong, who you got? I'm going with Godzilla. I mean, fire breath, lizard, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I've never tried the multiplayer battles in Troy, not downloaded. Oh no, that was a bad thing, Air. We don't have to go to Troy, folks. I'll tell you what I do want to do, though. I really want to play some Age of Empires 3 on a stream. So maybe I'll schedule it, and even if we can just get enough people for like a 2v2 or something, it'd be fun. Kong can use tools. Yeah, he can, but Godzilla doesn't need tools. He is a tool. Alright, let's get some battles going. Let's see. I'm just gonna pick someone from the chat. Hey, Blake, what kind of battle do you want us to do first? Blake, Beecham. No, not Age of Empires 2. Age of Empires 3. Yeah, there's a new Age of Empires, I think, that's due out later this year. Age of Empires 3, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Well, the new Definitive Edition is quite fun. They needed to patch it up, and they put quite a few patches through to it. Elite infantry only. Trying to think how we even make that a battle. I guess we can try it. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I'm not feeling confident on this one, but hey, if Blake asks for it, he gets it. All right, Air's battle password is 1. Oh, hold on. Before y'all join and before I join, even with my fancy new graphics card, to make sure we don't get a lot of lag, go to your graphics settings, set it to medium, okay? Click the check mark. For me only, you all won't need to do this. I gotta go back and switch the unit size to large because I feel like that's what the game is really balanced for. So yeah, switch your graphics settings to medium. I'm gonna go host the battle, multiplayer battle. It'll be called Air's Battle. Password is 1. So join up, and it's elite infantry only. We'll try a 2v2. It's gonna be pretty weird. What about the lords? Does the lord have to be on foot? Like, elite infantry only, lord on foot? Are we allowed a caster, Blake? Elite infantry and elite skirmishers is a combination I don't think we want, because the elite skirmishers are gonna take a crap all over elite infantry. What's the rule on lords and casters, Blake? Throw something at me. Lord on foot, and you can have casters. Okay. So, elite infantry only. So, either... So, has to be top tier for the faction you pick. Lord only on foot. Can bring casters also only on foot. Alright. Pufflix is going Skaven? Wow, that is... only elite melee infantry. All right. There we go. I am going to... I mean, if we're going elite infantry, I'm picking chaos. I got Martin on my side. I'm going to put up my army blocker here. Okay, I'm ready to rock and roll. We just pick us a map that doesn't suck. Let's see. Try this one out for fun. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Just waiting on the short end of the straw. Assume he's almost finished. Welcome everybody tonight. Thank you for joining the stream. The rules were picked by Blake, who is one of our viewers here. And it is elite infantry only, Lord on foot. You can also have a caster. The caster is also on foot. So that is how it's going. This one is going to be a throwdown of the infantry elites. I wonder if Air ever regrets saying what the crap's going on. He's asked to say it constantly now by his adoring fans. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have never said it in the first place. We'll see. It's funny because like some people like get absolutely cringed out by it. They can't stand it. And then other people like just about like break into tears if I don't say it. So pick my poison, I guess. All right. Just waiting for people to load in. Imagine a world where air cusses. Yeah, probably not about to start. But you can have fun imagining it. Is that like, you know in Star Trek they always have the mirror universe? Is that like mirror universe air? I've brought the only thing that's appropriate for a Chaos Army on foot. We're gonna have to be very careful of... Slay every mortal. What? Alright, yeah, we're gonna have to really keep our eye out for vortex, wind spells, that type of stuff. Many glories. I don't know what just happened there. Here we go. All right. Chaos has this in the bag. Well, someone on the other team did pick Skaven. I don't know, man. Infantry Skaven up against Infantry Chaos. I have a hard time believing that's going to end well. It's a bold move, picking Skaven in an elite infantry match. Unless there's something I'm not considering. But I mean, I'm thinking about Plague Monk Censer Bearers. They get absolutely hosed by something like Chosen. Death Runners, they would also get hosed by something like Chosen. Chosen with great weapons are going to hack their way through anything like Storm Vermin. I mean, this is double Skaven. What? Yes, this is definitely a bold. I'm going to say it that way. It's a bold move. Bold move. Just bereave. I believe the Skaven are probably about to get absolutely flogged. But let's check here. Let's see. So some Warp Lightning, Howling Warp Gale. Yeah, there's a bunch of magic on this Warlock Engineer. You have Throth the Unclean. He's a pretty tough character. He's anti-large, though. He does heal. He can't remolder infantry. And we have yet to see the Lord for the main Skaven faction, it could be Deathmaster, which I think would be a pretty good choice for a Lord on Foot. And he may be rolling around with some of his posse, but then again, well, no, if they were in the woods right here, we'd probably be seeing them. Yeah, here's a few popping up. Got the Blightscab's Plague Pack. Yeah, I don't think these Skaven units are gonna much enjoy fighting Chosen here. So what we want to do is we want to have our great weapons, if possible. Oh.
Chaos comes! At your command! All will be hell! Slay every mortal! Move fast! My gods call! Chosen! This is done! Horn comes! Ready! Fallen honor! Ready!
Alright, we're gonna try and optimize our output here. Actually, I really don't even need this overcast because Center Bearers don't have any. There we go. Let's get ready to help hold this flank. Let's unblob over here. Alright, yeah, that pendulum is going to be fairly brutal. Not totally surprised to see Death Runners here. What is their... Yeah, they lose a lot of armor because of the Weeping Blade. They're doing alright so far. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. Fortunately for us, though, we already cleaned up this fight. Yeah, a lot of Skaven units are just very, very vulnerable to Pendulum. Pull the Mirror Guard out of that fight because they're kind of wasted there. We don't want to get blobbed and give the Skaven good spell opportunities. Alright, our Dark Elf friend is doing just fine. Deathmaster Snitch, indeed. Who wins in a fight, Sigvald or Snitch? They're both pretty good duelists.
I wield forces from the god of magic. Yes, kill them.
Skaven are doing better than I would have given them credit for. But I don't think it's going to work out.
My god's call.
It's going to be an interesting fight between Sigvald and Snitch. Sigvald is quite the duelist. Snitch doesn't have a lot of armor, but Snitch is also quite the duelist. And he hurts your armor real bad. Got healing on Sigvald, no such thing on Snitch. I'm thinking Sigvald owns that fight.
My dark prince calls.
Yeah. Alright. Elite and... Alright, there we go. Yeah, Skaven was a very bold move there by Short-Ended Straw and Pufflick, so I gotta grant them credit for taking the less obvious pick. Whereas I think Martin and I were probably on the same page when it comes to factions who have particularly good elite infantry. The Dark Elves, Executioners are definitely some top-tier infantry. They are very, very good. Black Orcs are right up there near the top, but I think Chaos holds it with the Chosen with great weapons is just spectacular. Blade Singers would have also been an interesting one, because they're actually good against multiple types of targets. They're just weak on armor. So Blade Singers would be very interesting in this fight, because they are very good in multiple matchups. I'm trying to think who else hits well in these fights. The High Elves should do well, because Sword Masters of Hoeth should be quite good in these fights, and they could get supported by a unit like, for instance, a Lore Master of Hoeth would be a good caster to bring. So I think those are probably your best factions. Greenskins with Blackworks and Grimgore. And then like either a Gabo Shaman or either one would be pretty good. Big Wa or Little Wa would be pretty good. Dark Elves, High Elves, Chaos. Am I missing anybody? I think those are pretty much the top tier. Now Ironbreakers are good infantry, but I think they get mopped up by any of those other factions I just named, because they'll throw their satchel charges. But as soon as they throw the satchel charges, I don't know. I don't think so. What do you all think? Ironbreakers or not? What do you think will happen to the Warriors of Chaos DLC now that demons are coming? Will they mix and mash mortals and demons into each god faction? I have no idea, Keelan. I just don't really know yet. We'll see. And we'll see what they're up to. Peasant mobs. Norska would be good. Norska would be okay. I don't think Norska would be great. I think they'd be okay because of Marauders with great weapons. Or sorry, champions with great weapons. Temple Guards would be pretty bad in this fight. And the reason why, because remember, this is an all-elite infantry fight, so if something's not specifically geared to be good against another unit of infantry, they're not going to be good in this fight, right? So it's going to really rely on units that have high charge, high AP, no bonus versus large, because that's a waste of their prowess, right? So Temple Guards is a great infantry unit, but they get absolutely beaten down in this fight. Same with Phoenix Guards. Black Guards, those units probably just don't belong in this fight. So Skylar says, I have been scared into joining the Discord server for a while. I'm a big fan of your content. I just joined. Anything I should know about? Are you scared of joining the Discord, or you were scared into joining the Discord? But hopefully you have joined. It's a fun place to be. Don't be scared. We have a good time there. I don't think Depth Guard are going to be any good in these elite matchups because they don't have AP. And the polearm variants are specifically anti-large, so I don't see that going well for them. Siggy is a great choice here for obvious reasons. But obviously their infantry wouldn't be good for it, but like a Croxagore Ancient would be a great lord against infantry. I think Snitch was a really good pick. Throt can heal himself, so he's not a terrible pick here by any means. But I would think that Snitch and Queek would do really well. I mean, if you are going to pick Skaven, which I wouldn't, but if I was going to pick Skaven, I think those two make sense. Hang on. Got to pick some new rules. Alright, let's see. Bulk Temp, thanks for being here tonight. How about you pick the rules for our next fight? I'm going to have Bulk Temp pick the rules for our fight. So what kind of battle are we going to do? Sub-commanders, 1v1, team, siege, land. What kind of battle are we going to do? Skylar says, I was not scared into joining the Discord, just have played the game for a few years and haven't gotten into the community, but been subscribed. Oh, okay, I see. I see. Well, if you want to, you can join the Discord. You don't have to. You don't have to. AJ, the game is called Air's Battle, and the password is 1. Hey, Martin, don't take it the wrong way. I'm going to punch you out of this one because you were in the last fight and give someone else a chance to join this one. But if we don't fill up games after this, feel free to come back in and join another one, Martin. So I opened up a slot here. Thanks for being a teammate. Did great with me. Team and range. So Bulk Temp, does range include monstrous ranged lords? Like, does it have to be a ranged lord? Can we have casters? Can there be mobile ranged? Can there be artillery? So I like the idea of fighting a ranged battle, but help us specify some of the specifics here. Let's see here. See what bulk temp picks for the rules. Mandatory artillery. Alright, range lord and casters. So bulk temp are casters and lords allowed mounts. And we have mounted range. Alright, so range lords, casters, and artillery are allowed. I'm asking about mounted range and monstrous range, all that kind of stuff. Okay. Senshi Bat's going with the Vampy Coast. Not a bad pick. Now see, this is the match where I think Skaven starts to make some sense, you know? This is a matchup where I think Skaven starts to make quite a bit of sense. Griffin, if he's going range with the Lizardmen, then that is gutsy as all get out. I know that Skaven is the obvious pick here. Oh, now that wasn't a fart? Really? Lizardmen range? Wow. You all are gutsy. Far more gutsy than I would be. I'm actually gonna go Tomb Boys. Alright. Get this one set up. There's actually quite a few good options here. I think Skaven fit this build pretty good. They don't have a skirmish... Well, they do have a skirmishy lord because of Ikit Claw. Tomb Kings fit the bill. Empire. You could do it with Lizardmen. I don't think it'd be good, but you could do it with, like, Stegodons because they have the long-range ballista thing, and then you could do it with solar engines and chameleon skinks and pterodon riders. I mean, it's possible. It's doable. I don't know if they have a skirmish lord, but you could try it. I don't think it'd be good, but you could do it. All right. Getting set up here. Range only. Tomb Kings. I think you all can imagine some of the units that are probably going to be present. Hmm. Alright. This will just have to work. Gotta change the map. They want me to play on Crossroads. Makes sense, it's an all-range battle. Warner's back and he says coconut. Do Hawk Riders get arrows of Kurnos in multiplayer when you use sisters or just in campaign? Fortunately, just in campaign, or goodness gracious, the Hawk Riders would be very OP. But I'm not gonna lie, that is pretty hilarious making 19 Hawk Riders in campaign. It is funny. Like, it is really funny. It's almost like you have to abuse it. Heir of Nehekara, that's right. Heir of Nehekara. Sisters are one of my favorites because of that. Yeah, I mean, it is... Their campaign mechanic with the Forge of Daith, like, sucks butt. But the faction bonus of the Hawk Riders with the arrows is pretty great. Like, it's really good. Ne'erakara, that's right. It is Ne'erakara. Ne'erakara. Sigvald is ranged, but you know, can't, so that sort of Slaanesh stuff on YouTube. Oh, jeez. Why did I read that? Oh, gosh. PC rival, you got this. You think so? I mean, Tomb Kings are going to be pretty good at this. I don't know that they're like the bee's knees. They're going to be pretty good at it. I think Skaven could quite possibly be the best in this ranged fight. Skaven have a ton of options for a ranged fight. They've got Slave Slingers, they've got Gutter Runner Slingers, they got Night Runners, they've got Night Runners and Gutter Runners and the Slinger version. So you got 3 types of Slingers, then the Gutter Runners and Night Runners. Then you got Rattling Guns, Jezzails, Warp Lightning Cannons, Plague Claw Catapults, Poison Wind Mortars. Not that they would be any good, but Poison Wind Globadiers and Death Glow Bombardiers. Warp Fire Throwers. I mean... Does a Doom Wheel count? Because it shoots too. I mean, you get a Warlock Engineer with a Doom Rocket. There is so much. Like, Skaven have everything when it comes to range. Man, you start a long ways apart on this map. Real long way apart. You missed out on Khalid's missile buffs. I did, but I did that on purpose because we talked about... Now, not everybody's going to probably do it perfectly, but we talked about using a missile Lord Aranko, so that's why I went with Ketep. But yes, I did consider Khalida because of all the buffs that she gives to missile, but I was looking for an actual ranged Lord, which Khalida is not. She supports range and, you know, maybe counts by the spirit of the law, but not quite there on her own. Okay, my caskets will only be good against this stuff back here. The solar engines are going to need to be shot up. Let's pull back here for a second. Get some bone boys. bunch of Deepwood Scouts. That makes sense. Fell bats for Senshi. Guess he had some leftover money or something. Don't just fire at will, because we are wasting ammunition. Here is you, a pretty good target, since she's got a couple of melee units in here. That's okay. It's alright. They're not particularly fast ones. Alright, so far... Oh, the skinks! You filthy skinks. They're gonna hurt a little. Going into melee in a ranged battle. What is this? Alright, Bone Boys. Let's clean them up. Alright, clean those up. Work on these deck gunners. I'm gonna go chase these skinks out. Two can melee at that game. Alright, here we go, here we go. We're not gonna get a lot of damage done to them skink boys, but my Wood Elf friend may be able to help deal with them. I guess we could pummel them with some of these units here. Vampire Fleet Captain's gonna buy the Vampire Farm here momentarily. Oh, the summons! Senshi, why you gotta do this to me? Help me clean this up, boys. And protect those guys. Alright. Cleaned up some of the chameleon skinks. See if we can get some more of them. It says the battle is in our favor. We're going to be able to outlast this summon, fortunately. Well, I was not disappointed by the Tomb King's capabilities in this type of fight. Go away, summons! Get these bombers out of here. Alright, we drove them out. The massive ranged battle for the ages. Deepwood Scouts, definitely a good call. There's a lot of them, and they don't do armor-piercing damage. But they do a lot of damage. They do a lot of damage. DJ Katep and the Bone Giants. That's right, it's a new group. Who doesn't like DJ Katep and the Bone Giants? Alright, let's check out the damage here. Grand Hierophant Katep did okay. Not great, though, because there wasn't as many foot skirmishers as I predicted there could be, but thank goodness. They came in handy against the Skinks. We would have been in trouble were it not for that. Yeah, the Shabti with great bows, obviously cleaning house as they expected they would. And the Bone Giants also doing well. So yeah, I mean, the Tomb Kings really don't have a whole lot to complain about. Orion, that is an interesting pick. He is a ranged lord, so I like that. I like that. Way Watchers and Deepwood Scouts, and they all did pretty solid work here. Pretty solid work. Let's look at that. Wasn't a fart in his Slan. His poor Slan. Probably got shot many, many times. I wish that you could mount Slans on a Stegodon and not just Mazdamundi. I understand that's probably what makes Mazdamundi special, but I do wish that you could get some kind of mount for the other Slans. Not to say that I don't like the Slans. They're good. Solar Engines are a cool unit. They just can't stand up in this kind of fight. I think it's the same thing with the Stegodon. They're good units, and they have some utility, but I just don't know how they ever stand up in a fight like that. And Senshi's Sirens got dumped on by the Casket of Souls. Let's see. Queen... or it was Mortars. I thought it was Queen Pest for a minute. That would have been hilarious. Oh, man. That would have been good. Senshi, that wasn't fart. Griffin. Not me, though. I don't appreciate me coming to the battle, but thanks for everybody else joining that one. Thanks, Senshi. Let's see. Let's do another one here. Let's see. Who should we have? Or should we just do... How about we just do a siege battle? Because we haven't done one yet. But let's think how to make this interesting, okay? So you all can start joining. The game name is Heirs Battle. The password is 1. So feel free to join. Let's do a siege battle. And let's try and think of some rules to make this not an absolute crapshoot, because it probably will be an absolute crapshoot. Let's see. I'm assuming siege battles are going to be slanted in favor of the defender. What the... Okay. Warhammer just, like... just turned off. Like, no error. No lag. Nothing. Just off. It's like it's there and then just gone the next second. Alright, so I gotta reboot Warhammer. Didn't take but a second. Glad that wasn't the whole computer. To be fair. Cav only siege battle. Oh gosh, that'd just be awful. That would be awful. Trying to think of ways to make the siege battle interesting. I'm thinking the defenders are gonna have... Let's try and have the same players. Whoever was in that game. So if you all are watching the stream right now and you were trying to join that game but you didn't make it, let's give the people who were in there a minute to join it, okay? Let's give them a minute to join it. So when I host it, please let those people jump in. You'll know who you are if you had made it in and then the game crashed. So let's give them just a minute. Is my battle still up here? Sometimes that happens. No? Don't think so. Okay. Yeah, let's give them just a minute. Do a siege battle. Chaltonius, welcome. Let's see. So, I'm thinking... First, let's just try a siege battle without any adjustments to the rules. Just play, and then if we get the feeling that something is, like, terribly unbalanced, then we'll try and, like, implement some different rules or something. Alright. Let's have the audience pick our teams, though. So, people just start throwing factions in the chat, and I'm just going to start assigning it to us as players, okay? Start throwing some factions in there, and I'm just going to assign it. Alright, High Elves. I'll take High Elves. Amoeba. You get Chaos. Sesame J gets Dwarves. And let's get... I'm gonna throw Skaven in here. Cyanferno gets Skaven. Alright. Thanks, chat. Perfect. Don't forget the equipment. Screen. Get tower, etc. Alright. Here we go. We'll give it a shot. I am going to put unit caps on so that we can't get anything too crazy like a bunch of Krells or who knows what else. Well, I'm going to have to think about this one. Playing against a human in Siege. I feel like that this definitely has a lot of downsides for defenders. Because you have to be stationary. Some magic works on walls, which is rough. Of course, the walls give you a good firing position. The walls also make it difficult for you to use artillery effectively. In a way, kind of make you vulnerable to artillery, because you can't... One thing that I think Creative Assembly should have done was allowed some places on the walls where you can place your artillery, where it gives them a little bit of defense against enemy artillery shots, but they can fire out. Like, I think that would help quite a bit in siege battles. Alright, let's see here. Alright, just picking the crew here. Alright, I think I've got mine picked. Amoeba, if you're listening, look at the chat. Okay, alright. Perfect. Perfect. Good stuff. Anthony, thanks for being here tonight. Pilgrim, what's going on? You're still holy, I take it. Aronko, thanks for the 5. He says, glad I caught a bit of the stream, but it's off to bed for me now. Have fun, everyone. Thank you, Aronko. Appreciate the support. Are you playing in the Warhammer World Championship by chance? Is anybody here gonna play in the Warhammer World Championship? Thanks, Aronko. Appreciate the support. It says, nah, my hand's a bit messed up, unfortunately, but good luck to everybody competing. Yeah, it should be awesome to watch. Hope your hand gets better. Not fun to have a hand injury when you're a gamer. Definitely less than fortunate. Krister says, I wish too many hours at work and kids. Yeah, it's kind of the same for me. Like, it'd be kind of difficult to pull off, but I'm certainly going to be trying to cast some of the battles, and I'm going to go donate to the prize pool as well. Hopefully it's a big success for the people who planned it. They've obviously put a ton of work into it. Like, an absolute ton of work. I'll be showing replays from it, Jeff, and anything else that they might want me to do. If they do any live cast, you know, I'll see if they want me to join in and try to join in, I should say, because again, we never know a schedule. I'll certainly attempt to. I want to try and support it. It's a really cool event. It's a neat idea, and the fact that it's driven all by the community is just also really cool. They may have thrown some support behind it, like CA. I know CA knows about it. I don't know what kind of support they've thrown behind it. They may have, but hopefully they do. I think it's a good opportunity for CA. Like I said, they may have already done this, but like, for instance, give them some game keys to give away, some prizes, like, you know, maybe pitch in a, you know, prize for the winner or something. Like, maybe CA can get intel to pitch in something. You know what I mean? Like, it'd just be kind of cool to see that kind of stuff get thrown in there. Jolin says, Air, did CA ever invite you for the Everchosen? So they usually don't, which is fine. I mean, it'd probably be hard for me to participate anyway. I'd like to, though. I'd like to cast it, like cast some battles in it. They've never asked me to do that. They have asked me to play in show battles, and the last time they asked me if I wanted to play in a show battle, I was like, sure, and I never heard anything back. It's not because they're dissing on me or giving me a hard time. I've worked with CA for a long time. The guys there are very kind to me and treat me great. Like, so it's just, they're probably just busy and stuff happens. Like, so I'm not all that worried about it. I'm not trying to make a conspiracy theory out of it or anything. I've got no reason to believe that they're like trying to crap on me or something.
Understood. White Lions. For duty, without fail.
Swordmaster of Hoeth.
Understood. Swordmaster of Hoeth. As you say.
Swordmaster of Hoeth.
Techless.
My army is small. Just designed with a purpose. We're up against ratmen and dwarves, so I expect to have to cut through some armor and do some terrorizing. And then my Flamespire Phoenixes have a lot of fire bombs, fire farts, whatever you want to call it. Techless for obvious reasons for the magic, and he's pretty OP
Techless.
On his bird, so pretty obvious choice for me to put him on the bird in this case. I really hate seeing Techless on that bird. Seriously, want it removed. So lore breaking. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense, both from a lore standpoint or a game balance standpoint. But he's good. He's good on the bird. Yes, he is pretty OP. That's why I picked him. Playing pigeon poops. Yeah. I agree. It doesn't make much sense. Techless was a good lord without being on the bird. His net ability, he's quick on the Elven Steed. Fiery Convocation. If you needed Chain Lightning, he's got it. He can already suck down Winds of Magic like it's going out of style. Like, when they changed his sword from giving him attack to being more magic reserves, that is really the only change that Teclis needed. And that alone should have been all they did. He didn't need the bird. Air versus all Total War YouTubers at once. Yeah, I'd lose pretty bad. Yeah, Joel, and the team at CA is really nice to everybody. Like, they're nice to everybody. I think they have fun working with Turin and Spartacus, and that's why they usually just ask them to come back. They're used to it at this point. They've casted it before. It's a big event for CA, and it's got their name on it, so they probably just want to make sure that things go smooth for them. I don't cast tournaments all the time, so it's possible that if they had me cast battles, some people would be like, why do you got this guy doing it? He doesn't even play any tournaments. Hey, folks, Air's been playing Total War, I would say since before there were Total War tournaments, but that's just not true. Back whenever I started playing Total War, there were definitely people having Rome 2 tournaments. In fact, that is the only tournament I have ever won. I won a tournament once. It was a rather small one. It was amongst different Rome Total War or Total War content creators a long time ago on Rome Total War, and I did win that little tournament. I wasn't fantastic at the game, but I managed to win that one. I wasn't terrible at it. So I have won one tournament. Well, other than my somewhat illegitimate, rather spur-of-the-moment tournament that I held on a stream once.
None can comprehend my
I don't think that
power.
counts.
I know the way. Stop. Onward.
See, if I go land... This is good positioning. If I go land my birds up here, these guns are going to own me. I have to be patient with the birds.
Loyal! Orders received. By Alario!
I like this positioning too, like making sure they use the towers. Oh, look, he's going to sally out here.
Guardian. Setting forth.
Let's see what he's up to.
I go. Teclis.
Acknowledged. It will
I don't know what happens if he attacks the tower.
Making my way.
It shall be done.
Crush them.
I don't think there's any guns to punish me for this, so... Try and rip up these miners real quick.
Understood. Loyal.
Obviously, I'm keeping these units hidden. The towers... Can't see them, but somehow I guess some stray bolts have hit some of my guys and killed a few of them.
Swordmaster of Hoeth.
There we go. Alright, Swordmasters are on the walls. I'm going to drive back his guns. Ooh, a summon. Storm Vermin summon. Alright.
Moving out.
See how that works.
Hoeth.
That's pretty clever. I like that they sallied out a little, you know, give us a few problems.
Seeking the foe.
Full order!
Tremble before me.
What we got down here? Grace here.
Ever on.
Oof, boy, we're getting owned here, Master Ruin. Get up, you filthy bird. Little dirty birdie.
Teclis. Forward. Teclis. Advance.
A little Teclis surprise
For
there.
Majesty.
Alright, the bird moving again.
Forward!
Oh! What the heck happened here? What happened to my Swordmasters? Like, what in the actual heck happened to my Swordmasters?
Utter! Forward!
I just saw a bunch of fire and then they suddenly disappeared.
Onward and masters, hear me.
Is that blasting charges?
White Lion. Lakoi.
Look at those blasting charges.
For duty!
Agreed.
Understood. Battle call.
Make Ultron proud!
Alright. Well, we got some other sword masters in here.
To the fray.
We gotta stay on these thunderers. Clearly unacceptable to let them stay after us. Do some heals on the bird and use my sword of Teclis.
Boy, lucky.
Summons everywhere.
The winds are
Alright, my white lions are headed to the towers. I can't really keep track of what's happening on the other side of this battle. Keep on the move
Halt.
here.
I know the way. Kill them.
Potion of Troy, might as well keep myself healed up.
They shall know fear.
Boy, these sword masters are absolutely owning over
shall
here.
be done. March.
Serve the king! To battle!
Kill them.
I feel like the Dawi and the Skaven are gonna get overrun here in
I
this
am ready.
street fight.
As you say.
Up in here, Sartorial. Oh, that little ever chicken. So extra crispy. I mean, the 3 birds is honestly kind of mean to bring.
Acknowledged!
I don't know if that was the
Swiftly,
most
it shall
sporting
be done.
play of me.
White lions, acknowledged!
But I didn't know what we'd be up against. I was trying to keep my options open.
Attack!
It's gonna hurt my own, but I'm gonna go for it.
Louis. Their end is nigh.
Gonna hurt those halberds a little, maybe a lot, but it also got a whole bunch of Skaven, so rest in peace, is chaos.
Chosen of Hoeth. Seeking the
This is a
foe.
tedious alliance. Ironbreaker.
Teclis. Forward. Making my way. I go.
Go drop some bird bombs on these Ironbreakers.
Moving out.
Alright, we got it. Siege may be OP for the attackers, then, huh? What do y'all think? Is it just because of the factions there, or is Siege lopsided for the attacker? Is it lopsided for the defender? I feel like it's honestly harder as the defender, but then again, the factions they got stuck with, that's rough, those 2 factions, to play Siege defender against humans with our factions. I don't know if I want to blame that on the Siege mechanics itself. I mean, because we just pick random factions out of the chat, so, like, I feel like it would be lopsided for the attackers, even if this faction pick wasn't lopsided for the attackers. Maybe? Because defenders have to deal with flyers, which is a mess. They could bring their own. The factions definitely played a role here. Like, Skaven is hard countered in a lot of ways by Chaos, especially in an area where they can't use range to their advantage. I feel like Skaven gets countered pretty hard by Chaos in a close-in battle Dwarves get hard countered by the High Elves again in a close-in battle. Now, I will say this. I don't know what he did to this Executioner, but it was beautiful. I think maybe he got it with blasting charges while it was all bunched up or something. Yeah, Teclis is really good in the siege attack. He's got Fiery Convocation, he's got Chain Lightning, he's got Regrowth. Put him on the bird, he can fly all over the place. He's an absolute nuisance. I think in those kind of battles, like, so he would be really brutal to deal with, and he did well here. He's not OP, right? I mean, look at his hit points. Teclis not OP. Chaos Amoeba OP. Sartorial. He's pretty good too. I think if you use him right, Sartorial's pretty good just because the way he can bounce around between fights. Chaos definitely has... When you get forced into a close quarters fight with Chaos, it gets rough. It gets rough. They're not one of those factions that you want to be playing close quarters with. Because they're very good at it. Let's just do a standard team battle, shall we? Pick whatever faction you want. Just come join in and have some fun. I'm going to host a 3v3. Heirs battle, passwords 1, be a 3v3. Thanks for helping me pick some different battle types tonight, folks. Make sure your graphic settings are on medium before joining, please. And thank you. Pick Cathay. Hopefully they'll be good. The lag going on right now. Oh, it's because people were joining. Alright. Okay, here we go. Yep, pick what you want, folks. Pick what you want. Have fun. I will turn on unit caps. But otherwise, have fun. 3v3. Pick whatever factions you like. Speaking of, you know, I need to pick a faction. Senshi's gone undead. What do I want to pick? What have I not played in a while? I don't feel like I've played Coast in a good long while. Nor have I probably played Norska in a good long while. What do you think, Coast or Norska, folks? Craventail. Oh gosh, no, he's so bad. Poor Tretch. Can I put in a request for some Dark Elf love? See, I play Dark Elves. I try to play them fairly often because I do like them. I do love me some Dark Elves. Werewolf Pirates. Norska Coast, Throg. Norska. Okay, we'll go Norska. Start picking away at my army here. It's better than picking my nose. All right, let's see. Norska. You don't love Dark Elves, they force love on you. Now that actually does sound fairly accurate for the way Dark Elves would behave. Like I don't think they have any qualms about forcing anything on anyone, whether it be violence or unwanted advances. Yeah, like all that kind of... I feel like the Dark Elves, that's just the way they roll. Which is however they feel like rolling. Very Slaneshi. Throgonate and the peasants. All mammoths. Oh, jeez. What are y'all trying to get me to do? I got unit caps on, so I definitely can't do all mammoths. All mammoths. Oh, for goodness sakes. Joe T, are you here tonight? I haven't seen Joe T pop up in chat. Joe T, say something if you're out there in chat. Wanted to give you an update on what's going on with your Hex Wraith request. See, Joe T donated and wanted me to buy a set of Hex Wraiths to paint, like the little models. And so I had... These guys are not Hex Wraiths, but yeah, it's going to be kind of hard to see him on here because the camera won't want to focus, but I've got this dude. He's a Glaive Wraith Stalker. And I have a picture of him up on Twitter. I can put one on YouTube, but he looks pretty good. I've been practicing the ghostly, ethereal look, and I feel like he's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good, so I'm getting practice for the Hex Wraiths. So yeah, there's some Night Haunt Glaive Wraiths is what I've been painting this last week. Air, you should play a full stack of Tretches and fight 3 viewers who have normal armies. Is there a mod where you can like pick all Tretch? Thanks, Pilgrim. Appreciate the 5. I know there's a mod where you can pick any unit as Lord, but is there another mod that like lets you just pick as many of whatever you want? Thanks, Pilgrim. Warhammer miniatures look fun, but that drain on the bank is... Yeah, they are expensive. I have spent a lot of money just to even get it on some fairly basic models. It is expensive, but it is fun. Like, it is good fun. Oh, everybody's picked their army except for me, so I guess I should get busy, huh? Alright. Oh boy. I know what I want to pick, but... yeah, I don't know. Broken Sky, thanks for the 5. It says Pilgrim's suggestion is basically playing Vermintide, but you're the rats. I need to play Vermintide. Is it fun? Maybe we should do that on a stream one night. Like, I'll buy Vermintide and some of you all can play with me. What do you think? Legendary character figures are like tons of money. Oh yeah, I've seen how much they cost. They are crazy expensive. Not to mention you got to have like 60 different paints if you want to do it according to the instructions. Now, of course, you can just do your own thing on it. We'll teach you, Broken Sky and Pilgrim. Okay, yeah, I'll do it. I'll try it one night. I'm down. I'll try it. Alright, sorry folks, I'm just trying to get my pick finished up here. Alright, this'll work. It'll have to. If it doesn't work, then I blame me. You know, it's the only thing that makes sense. Blame yourself. Oh, wait a minute, I can't do that. Maybe and I can guide you. Well, yeah, I'll play it with you all one night if you think it'd be a fun one. Let me ask this though, because it does have to fit the channel guidelines. Is it totally laced with like a bunch of swearing or other things that I wouldn't normally show on the channel? That's really my only limiting factor. Like, you know, if it drops a few here or there, like words, it's okay. It won't be the end of the world. I can warn people ahead of time. But if it's like loaded up with it, okay, no swearing, all right, good. You know, it's like Halo. Like occasionally the guys will say a rather tame curse word. But if we're going like, you know, Cyberpunk or Witcher or stuff like that, yeah, I can't do that. All right, good. It'll fit. I was actually really excited to play, what was it called? It was the medieval game Kingdom Come Deliverance. I supported him on Kickstarter, and I was really excited to play it because it looked like this really cool medieval game. And I was following the development of it, and if you all disagree with me on this, it's totally fine. I'm not insulting anybody who disagrees with me on this. Like, it's no big deal. Just sharing my opinion here. But, I was super excited to play that game, and then they, like, you know, as the different, like, alpha and beta testing and all that stuff rolled out, it was just like all of a sudden the game was like, it was like medieval, but everybody was talking like they were off the streets of LA. Like the swearing and all that other stuff, and I'm just like, this just doesn't feel good to me. Plus, like, I can't put it on my channel with this, like, really gruff language. Like, I can't do that. And it was really frustrating because it was something I thought would be fun to do on the channel. So, like, the kind of medieval setting. But, it was rough. And I went into a forum, you know, at the time because I was supporting the game, and they had a forum where you could come leave your suggestions, and I made the suggestion that, hey, like, could it be possible to, like, you know, like, put the swearing on, like, a filter or something where you can, like, click a button and it takes it out of the game? And oh my gosh, man, people just unleashed on me. Like, unleashed on me. If you want a stupid Disney game, go play a Disney game. And I'm like, folks, I'm not trying to take away your swearing. It's just like, and I didn't come here asking for a Disney game, clearly, because it's a game that's going to involve violence and war and all that kind of stuff. It's like, you know, I think it'd be nice to have that option. I think it'd be nice to have that option in a lot of games. And I've heard some games actually do have it, like where you can click it and it gets rid of like any, you know, like nudity or the swearing and stuff like that. And it's nice to have, like, in case you have kids in the house or like other people around, and maybe you don't want all that, but you kind of still want to have the game. But I was just blown away by like how people just assaulted me with everything they could verbally, or even like thinking about asking. And I was just like, holy crap, like I didn't realize that swearing was so important. Like, because people treated it like I had just insulted their mother or something. Like that I'd been swearing at them. It was strange. Like I said, it was strange. I didn't really get it. Like I said, it'd be one thing if I came into the forum like dissing everybody, saying anybody who listens to swearing is an uncivilized, amoral jerk, you know, or something like. I get it, right? I didn't do that though. Like, I didn't even suggest that they remove swearing from the game. I just like, hey, you know, just a filter would be kind of cool. But no, man, they weren't having it. They were not having it. I might as well have been the yeah, the enemy there. I mean, it was crazy. It surprised me. But I learned from then on out to never make that suggestion again in a game forum. Or else you'll become public enemy #1. Gaming community can get toxic over dumb things. Yeah, I've seen it before. Though, to be fair, they can. And I agree, I've seen it before. But I'll say this, like this channel here, my community is so not toxic. So clearly not everybody's that way. You know, it's not like some blanket rule or anything by any means. Yeah, sure, I've definitely seen some toxic stuff before. But like I said, the folks in this community are absolutely awesome. I'm very toxic. Beware my bite. Well, I know you're toxic, Pilgrim. And I'm toxic too. I'm toxic salty. So we all gotta be a little toxic. I do appreciate you all, by the way, for not being insanely toxic all the time. Thank you. And again, not saying that everybody has to come in here and act like a Disney princess either, but you know, it's just like I appreciate you all not, you know, making things annoying and toxic.
Now! My God, call! Condiments! Blood! Kiss marauders! Faster, our blades hunger!
Alright. Haven't even really gotten a chance to scout out what we're up against.
My God's call! Yes!
And spread out a little here. What am I fighting right here?
Very well! Yes! Yes! Charge! Quick! No!
You're taking some shots.
Lambs to slaughter. Obey.
This way.
Get them! What? Condiments! Condiments! So be it! Your will? Waterfall!
Alright.
Shaman sorcerer. Winds to me.
Pull back!
Agree.
The gods demanded! Quick!
Bringing up some help.
Wulfric the Wanderer.
We got up in here. We got Gotrek. There's some Slayers we're gonna have to watch out for.
Killer of champions. Slaughter. Alibi. With speed.
A bunch of fire arrows headed in on us right now.
Very well!
I'm trying to kind of mix it up in the middle of all these missiles. I'm gonna see if we can get rid of some of these Grail Knights. Ooh, that's a nice chain lightning.
Raw!
Not nice for me, but it was nicely played.
Now!
Let's see if we can drop some Grail boys.
Close down the sheep!
Bring the cavalry up. Alright, we did some damage to the Grail Knights. They're hurting a little. Need to get unblobbed here, though.
I will.
Help against these Empire Knights a bit. 14 seconds till we can get another Burning Head.
For the chaos god!
Ooh, Croak just deleted the Beast Slayers of Bastogne.
I've seen.
That was brutal.
My gods!
Do you all see that? That was just an absolute Croak deletion.
Now is our time! Where's the enemy? Bring us to carnage!
This is working out for us at the moment. Pushing up everything we got here. Attack him, go on skirmish mode.
Hunter of men.
Let's get up here.
Yes, Lord!
Hey, hey, be nice to Soul Crusher. Play nice.
Shaman sorcerer. So be it.
What? The gods
Alright, let's keep
demand
pushing
it!
forward. Longbeards. Alright, we got a Lewin problem inbound.
Wulfric the Wanderer. Decapitate. You said it.
Need both my mammoths in here.
Death manifested.
Hunter champions here. Buff up our attack.
As you say.
See if we can beat back Lewin.
Ready to murder.
Come on. Hold off on that for a moment.
Ready to murder.
Alright, let's see if we can plow through Lewin. He's hurting bad right now, and I've got my guys buffed up a lot. Don't ever underestimate mammoths.
Maneuvering.
They can cause some tremendous damage, given the opportunity to do so.
They want their eyes. Serve God. Quick, kill the Southerners. Look for the blood.
Move out of the way right here, we're about to get hit by something.
Moving.
Scouts for my
Alright, how'd we do? Lewin is feeling the pain.
Wilfric the Wanderer.
I can barely click here because of the lag. Got the Sea Fang. Longbeards. Need a good target for this. Looks like we're gonna win that fight anyway. Be right here. Okay. Alright, Lewin was driven out. Let's keep on the move here with Wulfric. Let's move around this flank too.
Pull back.
Yes, we got into the Sunmaker with that unit. Talk about good value.
Blood for the Blood God.
Let's rush the Hammer of Witches, because it's
Want their eyes.
probably aiming at Wulfric and Soul Crusher. Get over
Wilfric the
here.
Wanderer.
Some
So be it.
prime units that need to be stomped over here.
A killing calf.
I'm not real happy about seeing these Slayers present.
Take my blade.
Ignore them for a minute, because these Pterodon Riders may be able to help out with that. Let's keep on the move. Not make it too easy.
Stations ready.
Need to get through here.
Hurry.
Alright, won that fight.
Chaos Marauders.
I lost one of my horsemen, that
Charge
sucks.
them. Charge.
Where's all my units at? Okay.
Yes. Charge
Go ahead and
them.
attack them, even though we probably won't catch them. This is going to be a good catch right here. We're going to get that Hammer of Witches. Back off and kind of let the Thunderers and stuff get busied for a minute, and then bring our units back to bear. Yeah, like right here. These units are going to go try and beat our guys down, so let's go give them some support. Oh, yeah, that is just too much pain happening over here. Balthasar melt. Alright.
I see death.
Shaman Sorcerer,
I'll be
need
there.
your help over here. We gotta get these Thunderers. We want this fight to continue. Let's see if we can make a blob over here. Yeah. Get the Thunderers. Come on, Soul Crusher. You're a big mammoth. Be a big boy.
Pull back. Very well.
Yay, come on, Crusher. What in the world? It's just some dwarves. I literally can't move. Like, I don't have a Hex on me right now, and I can't move. Like, it's crazy. It's like some little stunted Dawi are gonna hold me in position. This isn't even the Dragonback Slayers.
Wilfric the Wanderer.
Going now. Conjuring. A killing. Shamanic. Dead.
Alright, there we go. This battle's getting pretty involved.
Here go.
Alright, where else do I got units at? Keep fighting. I need this unit to sling through here. Still fighting out here. Gotta get back into Mammoth country. Alright, we managed to break that blob up. Gotta get our Shaman Sorcerer out of here now.
Positioning.
He in big trouble.
No time.
Get out of there, Sorcerer.
I'll be there.
Okay, he's stunk or something. Good
Maneuvering.
grief, just goodness sakes, get out.
Prepare to ruin.
Keep going this way, ignore the Slayers,
Making my way. Yes. Cracking.
ignore the hammers.
Quickly now. Onwards. Moving out. Hear my taunts.
Yeah, just keep running this way. Should hopefully terrorize those guys. No, it didn't.
With speed.
One way or the other, if we force the Thunderers out of there, I can assault them with my...
Scouts for my armor.
Yay.
Hurry.
Balthasar's gonna attack my Shaman Source. Get out of there! Goodness sakes!
Cracking.
There's no way you should be getting caught by stunties. Even the fast ones.
Onward.
Lewin is kind of flying around in the background.
Killer of champions.
See if we can stay away from these freaking war wagons. What is shooting me over here? The Black Lions? Yeah, that's a problem.
Wulfric the
More
One.
Thunderers shooting me over here. Looks like my cavalry's getting wasted. Dadgummit. Let's get into the woods away from this crap.
No time.
Black Lions are hurting me real bad right now, too.
Wulfric the Wanderer.
Almost out of range of this stuff, though.
Wreak carnage!
Keep this cavalry alive. What else is over here in the forest? Some Bugmans. Go kill those. Go ahead and use our ability.
It be done!
Still got a Hunter of Champions that we'll want to use wisely.
Charge them!
I don't know if this battle's winnable though. We got some problems. The Black Lions are amongst them.
Wulfric the Wanderer.
The Beast Slayers of Baston hiding back here in the woods, of course.
Moving out!
Come on, get out of there, Soul Crusher.
Quickly now!
These guys are immune to psychology, but if we can pinch them, maybe
Maneuvering!
get a quick route. Because they're trying to charge Soul Crusher. See if we can spoil the charge here. Bring in Wulfric from behind. Now pinch him between the two units. Maybe I don't know. This could be a mistake. All right. Lewin just got
Wulfric the Wanderer.
KO'd.
A bloodbath.
We are going to do some big damage. But I mean, this is the Beast Slayers of Baston. They are built for this kind of fight. But like I said, I think they're going to get overwhelmed taking two mammoths. Too much splash damage. Yep, there we go. Alright, what else we got back here? Some fire arrows. What's left for us over here? Gorok is about to die in this fight. Oh, freak. Gotrek. Isabella von Karstein's still over there. I still got some infantry back here. Let's start running them up. Still got these horsemen.
To the slaughter!
Let's use the horsemen and this infantry. Got back here some longbeards. Let's just pull everything back this way now.
Making my way! Great carnage!
Hang in there, Isabella. Oh, it's just not gonna happen. What else is in there? Belagar? Yeesh. That is a rough fight right here.
For the chaos
still freaking guns over here. I have to run those guns off.
The inescapable one.
Really wish I hadn't lost my shaman.
Charge!
Slayers, of course, it's Slayers. There's
Charge
always
them!
Slayers.
Quick! For the blood guard!
We can't let those guns be alive.
Chaos marauders! Blood! For chaos! Prepare to ruin! Waste no time!
Is this fight a lost cause? Yes, it is. Isabella is a lost cause at this point.
Run! Tremble, mortals! Destroy! Roar!
I bum rush these.
Wulfric the one!
I was hoping he would shoot at Soul Crusher because Soul Crusher's ability is engaged. Oh, hang in there, Wulfric!
Obeying! Retreat!
Hang in there, Wulfric!
Into position! Drag up to the source!
Curse of Honor
Wulfric the
here.
Wanderer! Now or never!
Alright, might as well just pile in. We tried, folks. We tried to mammoth our way to glory. That was fun. That was a good battle. We tried to mammoth our way to glory, but it just didn't work. We did pretty good, though. We got a lot of damage done with Wulfric. Soul Crusher, he didn't pay for himself, but I mean, he did alright. Wulfric paid for himself. Well, actually not quite, but again, decent. Sorcerer did well. He definitely covered his cost. Man, how did Belagar end up doing so well there? I'm impressed with that. Longbeard's... Good grief, man. Look at the damage on that Longbeard. Must have been fighting the vampires. Pretty good performance out of those Slayers there, too. Same with the Organ Guns. That's some pretty solid performance. Good performance from the Thunderers. Both of them. Let's look at Bat Senshi here. White King, Fell Bats, Mortis Engine. Good grief, man. That's a lot of raw damage. It didn't add up to much, though, unfortunately. Let's see. Gorok. Yeah, he was in a pretty intense fight. Look at Croak here. 17,000 raw damage. Ooh, Croak. Broken it up. Man, that's some good stats off of this Cold One Rider as well. Let's see. Tuso Forever. Yeah, we looked at the dwarf stats. Pufflix. Lewin got dumped on a bit, but look at this. What in the world, man? That Damsel of Heavens must have really owned. And then, Gotrek. 4,386 value. Wow. Wow. Alright, Gotrek was on fire, apparently. And that was his night. That's a pretty stellar performance out of Balthasar as well. And a pretty awesome performance out of the Priest, too. Holy crap. Not so, oh my goodness. 32,141 off of the Sunmaker. Some of these units are utterly absurd. Which units they did so. That's a nice performance by Amoeba there. That was a good one. This will make a good video for the channel. So, be a good one to end it on. Oh, Soul Crusher. GG's. Folks, thanks for the stream tonight. It was fun. I gotta get running. Gonna go continue the Harry Potter movie marathon with Mrs. Eyre. We're trying to finish the Half-Blood Prince tonight, and then of course we still got a few more nights to do the Deathly Hallows 1 and 2. It should be fun. I gotta finish painting some of these Warhammer miniatures this week too. I gotta get be hard for you all to see, but like the little stand he's on, it's not like a standard just like flat stand for a Warhammer model. It's really the only thing that's left. I think I've pretty much finished the character himself. And it's mostly the same with my Stormcast, but there's like all these little details all over the stand. And I'm thinking about like pulling the model off the stand and trying to hit some of those details to make it look really cool, because I think it'll finish it off. Like, I think he looks pretty darn good. I even did some airbrushing on him to kind of make it look more ethereal. Again, I don't know if it'll come out in this camera, but like on the end of his little spirit self there, you can see like I've kind of airbrushed some like whitish gray into the Night Hunt color that he is. I mean, it looks pretty good. Looks about as good as I can paint right now. I'm gonna go learn some more of it. Should be fun. So we will have that paint drying stream coming up next month whenever I paint the army. So I guess this is good practice for those who are still requiring me to participate in the paint drying stream. So should be fun. Hey, in any case, thanks for being here tonight. It's a fantastic stream. As always, I love doing it. Look forward to it. And this Thursday, I don't have any Warhammer campaigns that are streamable because Grom is not a stream campaign. I don't know what I'm going to do this Thursday. I think I'm going to just kind of leave it open. This time, I'm going to do Streamer's Choice. I'm just going to come play something. I don't know what yet. You guys can leave suggestions if you want over on the Discord, in the suggestions thread. I want to stream something. I don't know what I'll do. Like, I've got Age of Empires 3. I've got Halo Wars. I don't think I can do Vermintide this week because I won't have some time to get ready for it. I'd like to play it with you all at least once before the stream. So I'll have to think about doing that one another week. But I don't know. Yeah, we'll find something. Anyway, I'll put a poll up. I don't know. We'll figure out something. HeirofCarthage signing out. I will see you all next